Hello, and welcome to what could potentially be chaos, or this might turn out good, or nothing might happen at all. Today I'm dyeing my hair. I want to keep it kind of a warmer tone, but I'm kind of liking how my my roots are growing in. I like it a little bit darker up here and then a little lighter at the bottom. So after slight research, I found that a volume 10 won't lift your hair as much, so it shouldn't lighten me too much, and it helps just deposit hair, the color. I think I should probably preface by saying I've been dyeing my own hair for a while. I still have no clue what I'm doing. And I feel like that's a majority of people that dye their hair at home. My hair is very dirty. Super dirty. I don't think I've ever dyed my hair this dirty before. I usually can't handle the feeling of dirty hair on my head. Usually I gotta clean it. I cannot get this knot out. I'm sorry. I'm being gentle with my hair. I'm also just very impatient. So I bought this at Sally Beauty. Shout out Sally Beauty for saving me so much money. I spent, I think, like $40 at Sally Beauty. And I got my hair dye for today, and I got enough hair dye for me to refresh it, which will be probably about 6 months down the line. I dye my hair like twice a year. I do kind of wish there was a minute there where I hadn't dyed my hair in forever, to the point where most of it was my natural hair color. And I kind of regret dyeing my hair to begin with at that point, because my hair had gotten so long. My hair had gotten down to probably about my waist, and I could have donated it, and I should have done the research before I actually dyed my hair, because I searched everywhere after dyeing my hair where I could donate colored hair, and I couldn't find anything. Let me know if you know of somewhere that would take dyed hair, because I'd love to donate it sometime. I can't not dye my hair. I get bored and I want to do it. But I'm sure I will go through a phase in my life again where I grow my natural hair super long. I need gloves. So I'm going to start at the bottom, even though I hear you're supposed to start from the top and make your way down. I tried that once and it just felt super unnatural. Like, this is the way I've always done it. This is the way I will continue to do it. You cannot change my mind. All right, so while I'm dyeing my hair and attempting to get these gloves on, I thought we could sit and chat while I'm standing. Goodness gracious, I cannot keep just a thought. Look at me, a chef. I lost my train of thought. I was thinking that while I dye my hair, that we could just have a little chat. So I'm just getting back from camping. I'm so thankful that my parents went with too, so they have a nicer camper than I do. We have just an old pop-up camper that we bought right after we got married, and we have not quite figured it out yet. When we got it, of course, I was like, I'm gonna renovate this. I'm gonna make it look super bougie. It's going to be a castle of a pop-up. And my mom is going to be so jealous with her fancy camper that she doesn't have the super aesthetic camper that I have. That didn't happen because I am not handy. I went to art school, and in art school, I had to make my own canvases in my painting class. Like, that was part of the class, was to learn to cut, stretch, do all of that stuff with canvas. I could not cut a board. I couldn't do it evenly. I did that, measure twice, cut once thing, and it still was not even. My professor got so frustrated with me that he ended up making my canvases for me. I'm not handy. I'm not. So the pop-up camper renovation, it didn't 100% happen, and I need to start focusing less maybe on just the look of it and more on the fact that there are holes in it. If you have any tips on a camper renovation, not the kind that I was originally thinking of where I was going to make it just look really pretty. Now I just need it to be functional. Thankfully, it was kind of chilly but not super cold when we were camping. It was like the perfect weather. So, for one, my parents were there. So, if the kids needed to spend the night in their camper instead of mine due to the weather being like too hot or it getting way too cold, they definitely had that option. And I was so thankful for that because for some reason, one of my anxieties with having kids is the room being too hot or too cold while they're sleeping. I don't know why this is the thing that I choose to cling to, but it is. Pudge, you're gonna get, well, actually, you're kind of the color that I'm going for. You need to leave. We go camping. I'm very excited. I have just been in the car for 3 hours. I go to the bathroom. Boom. There it is. My period. Yay. Mother Nature called. It called while I was camping. I hate that. It's annoying to have to go to the bathroom at all at a campground, let alone now I have to do all this. Very annoyed. And also, I am not a tampon user. I don't care how much you tell me, oh, it's super easy to get it in, blah, blah, blah. I'm not a tampon user, and so I did not get to go swimming. 'Twas unfortunate, but I'm not doing a tampon. I'm not glad. I was going to say, I'm glad that these stories came out that tampons are super toxic. I'm not glad that tampons are super toxic. What I'm glad of is that there are people that are looking into alternatives to tampons now. Because I feel like as a teenager, I was told to basically just suck it up and put it in. Anyways, people are having second thoughts about that, and I'm getting bugged a lot less. But also, I'm an adult. And I feel like, as an adult, I'm more willing to say, no, and no matter what you say, no. You cannot peer pressure me. I have a frontal lobe now. I'm not focusing on my hair dye at all. Am I doing okay? Probably not. I have to do somewhat okay because I have a wedding soon that I'm in, and this has to look somewhat okay. Well, I bought enough to dye my hair twice. If this turns out bad, I have a chance to redo it. It's fine. It's fine. So anyways, camping with the children. They loved it. They absolutely loved it. And then they got to sleep in the pop-up camper, which is very, very exciting for them because my oldest has been talking about our pop-up camper all summer. It took us until August to take it out. And we are putting it back in storage now. So we're not taking it out again this season. Life is just busy, you know? It's hard to find time to do it. I would love to do it more. And it wasn't as difficult because the last time that we went camping with the kids, we only had the one kid and he was 3 months old when we decided to go. And that was very hard because I had to mix formula for him. I had to change him. He was sleeping almost throughout the night. He's our good sleeper. Pretty much I had to wake him up to feed him. He's still like that. He still sleeps hard. I think that's well saturated. I have so much hair dye. I'm not going to say that because last time I said that I ran out of hair dye at the very end. But actually, I'm almost halfway through this. I have a lot of hair dye. I also have a lot more to talk about. I have just been finding a way to babble on for the longest time about the littlest amount of things. Me and my husband went golfing while we were camping, and that was great because we don't get a lot of time without the kids, just me and him. And it's nice. Like this is what you're like when we don't have to be multitasking, like focusing on each other and on the children. I would love to get more time like that. So golfing socially went very well. I am not very good at golf anymore. When I was in high school, I was a better golfer, and it's really upsetting to remember what your shots used to look like and then see what they are now. But golf must not be one of those sports that's like a bike. You know how you get on a bike and it's like you never really forgot, and that's not even true. Actually, because I recently got a bike and I got on it and I was like, I don't know what I'm wobbly. Granted, it was a skinny tire bike and I grew up with a mountain bike, so it's different. Back to camping. Every time I have strayed away from the daily routine, I have gained weight. And if you are new to my channel is mostly about my weight loss journey right now. It's kind of a big part of my life too. I feel like at the beginning of the summer, I was making so much progress, and it has slowed down so much. In August, really the only thing that would have thrown me off, if I'm remembering correctly here, is this camping trip. And I feel like I did okay. Like, we had pizza one night because it was really hard to get the kids to eat while we were camping because they were just so excited about everything that they didn't want to sit and eat. So finally we went out for dinner because that would force them to sit and eat. They wouldn't see the playground right over there. They wouldn't see the pool, nothing. So we went out to eat. We had pizza. Yes, I had more than I probably should have, but I don't feel like I went absolutely insane. And when I came home, I had gained, I don't know, like 2 pounds or something. But also, I was still on my period when I got home. Today is the last day of my period, so we will find out soon if I truly gained weight or if this is just bloat. Who knows? Wow, this isn't going well. I need to actually section this. So I realized that I have a little bit of a problem with SimCity Build It. It was an app that I put on my iPad. It's a game. I feel like an 80-year-old woman because I was obsessed with an app on my iPad. One of those games. And I was considering getting more games on my iPad, and it was a problem. I was doing, my morning was just consumed by doing all of my tasks for SimCity Build It. If you're looking for a time killer, it's a great one. As I realized this, I said goodbye to SimCity Build It. I deleted it, and I am now 1 day sober of SimCity Build It. And how do I feel? Actually, a lot better. It was really hard for me to delete it, and I had to tell myself, it saves all of your data. You're not deleting your actual city. If you want to go back to it, because I put a lot of time into that city, if you want to go back to it, you literally can. And my days are so much better because I'm not thinking about my city anymore. It's so sad. I got so addicted to it so quickly. I may have replaced that addiction with an Animal Crossing addiction, but that's okay. We got the Switch too, and so my oldest son now has his own Animal Crossing island. Before that, he would play on my husband's island a lot, and every once in a while he would play on mine, although I am a little bit more precious about my island than he is about his, because I have Ketchup. Ketchup is my favorite villager. I love her so much. She's the only reason that I haven't deleted and restarted it, because I kind of wanted to get that feeling of when you get to play for the first time again. And I kind of am getting that, because now that my son has his own island, and he's still very young, he's 4. So he literally just wants to run around and stare at Isabel. That is his main task. Isabel is his favorite. He has a stuffed Isabel who he loves dearly. He also loves getting coffee at the Roost. And they tell him very often that he's drinking way too much of it, and he just does not care. I've been building up his island because he's really just too little to do stuff like that. And he loves Isabel, who comes in later in the game. She isn't there right away. I've been playing that a lot, but I've been doing a lot of time traveling with it because I'm trying to get as much done as I can. I just got Isabel right before I'm talking to you right now. So that has been achieved, but we don't have the coffee shop yet. And I really can't remember at what point to get the coffee shop. So, still working on it. I also would like to make his island look somewhat nice. I'm probably going to put a lot of farming stuff on there because he loves farms. Another thing that I'm absolutely obsessed with, besides Animal Crossing, now this is going to be something that is actually somewhat healthy for me, is Chloe Ting's app. I just posted a video literally yesterday, as of me recording this, of me doing Chloe Ting's Pilates challenge. That was the 2 weeks before I went camping that I did that. And I finished it. And it was so good. I felt like I could actually do these workouts, whereas with the 2 week shred, it was a little bit more difficult for me to actually do all of those exercises until I had built up the strength. I feel like this one actually builds up your strength. And so I thought, since I did this, the Pilates challenge, and I built up all of the strength now, I'm feeling pretty strong in this moment, I'm going to try out, she has a summer shred program that I believe she posted at the beginning of this summer. And I'm trying it out. And this is the longest program that I've done of hers. I've only done the 2 week shred, which was obviously 2 weeks. And this Pilates challenge was also 2 weeks. So 2 weeks was my max. And we'll see how this goes, because it's like a month long program. And the thing with Chloe Ting's programs is love her workouts, love her app even more than her workouts. Honestly, that's what keeps bringing me back, is just how good her apps are and how easy it is to see how organized her programs are. Her programs so far have gotten very repetitive. That's partially because I do the same video multiple times throughout a program. Yes, this is true. But there are several exercises within these videos that are repeated multiple times each day, which is fine. Like sets, repeats, they're fine. I personally just get bored, and I like to just keep moving. Like, I've done this move. Now I need to move on. We'll see how repetitive this program gets. I was supposed to do day 3 today. I couldn't do it. Literally, my legs hurt so bad from the beginning. I cannot do day 3 today. I'm really hoping I can do day 3 tomorrow and that I'm not still dying, because I'd like to get back on track. I was even thinking of what other exercises could I do today. And if it was my arms that were in pain today, I'd just go for a walk. But it was my legs, and I did not know what to do, because my arms are also kind of hurting a little bit, not as bad. I could push through it. I probably should have just done some kind of an arm workout today, but I honestly did not even want to be standing up at all. I have hair dye everywhere. Do not use me as a tutorial. I'm literally just slapping the hair dye on. I feel like because I also have more textured hair, I have wavy hair. If I had curly hair, you could hide it even more. But my wavy hair is so forgiving with all of my DIYs. I cut my own hair too. And sometimes I give myself a not so great haircut, but it never looks what I would say is bad. Like, I can live with it. But I also have very little shame. Anyways, I was talking about things I'm obsessed with. Obsessed with the Chloe Ting app. Give it a go if you haven't yet and you're doing your home workout grind. It's great. And I found out that if you pay for premium, you can replace her music that she has in the YouTube videos. You can replace it with your own music. I think it says you need to have Apple Music. I know nothing about Apple Music, so I don't know if that's where you have to buy it or if it's kind of like a Spotify but on Apple products. I don't know what it is, but I thought that was really cool that you could just use your own music. I have so much hair dye here. I feel like I should do something with all of this. Should I just keep slapping it on? Maybe I'll get the back here a little more. Our weather got a lot cooler now, so I'm also very obsessed with anything fall vibes. Like, I went outside and I smelled the air, and people are having bonfires, and something about the mixture of that crisp air smell with the bonfire smell, it just felt so fall. So I'm all decorated for fall. I haven't put up my Halloween decorations yet. I'm not an absolute heathen, although I kind of want to do it still. That will come maybe mid-September is when I will feel okay about it. And then the outdoor decorations, the ones that neighbors will see, that will come out October 1st because I don't want judgment from strangers. I'll go out with a bad haircut, sure, whatever. But look at my yard and see I have Halloween decorations out in September. That's embarrassing. Although I am seeing those giant skeletons already, and it's August still. Okay, I have the bag on my head. I'm gonna do a quick Google on how long I should keep this on. 20 minutes to half an hour, because this has already been sitting on my head for a while. Wow, I should probably attempt to wipe some of this off of my neck, because my son does have his open house in the morning for school. So speaking of fall, I've decided to do kind of a fall reset of my life. What I want to do is do kind of the same thing that I do in the spring. A spring clean the closets, all of them, get rid of some stuff. I feel like I just did a closet clean out for my actual closet with my clothes in it. I also need to go through our coat closet, and I need to beg my husband to part with some of his coats because he is taking up about 2/3 of our coat closet. I have 2 coats right now. One that fits me when I'm not pregnant and one that fits me when I am pregnant. So I'm holding on to my pregnant coat until I am 100% sure that we are done with kids, because it was kind of a pain in the butt to find a coat. And even the coat that I found, it was just, it's very, very frumpy and just black. And then my other coat is the one that just fits me normally. You know, it would have helped if I had put a timer on or something. I don't know how long I've been sitting here now. Anyways, I'm babbling on and on about this fall reset situation. Just know that there is a lot of cleaning going on. I used to film a lot of my cleaning. Maybe I'll film some of it, but I honestly get so much more done when I'm not filming it. So I tend to skip that part. Other goals for fall time. Originally, I was hoping to be 170 by October. I knew that that would be a difficult thing to get to. I don't think I realized how far away I would be from reaching 170 by October, because now I really only have about a month left and I am like 20 pounds away from 170. So it's not going to be happening. That doesn't mean that I'm quitting. It means that I am slightly upset about it. But the worst thing that I could do, I keep reminding myself of this, the worst thing that I could do in my weight loss journey is just completely quit. Because even if I stayed the weight that I'm at right now, if I just maintained, I will have lost in total, gosh, now I'm going to do math, 60-ish pounds. I don't want to gain it back. So, not going to quit. Going to keep pushing because I have made a lot of progress. And while it has been very slow progress, the progress is there. So I will be reevaluating the weight loss goal. At some point, we will be hitting 170 because that's my first big goal. Well, my first big goal was to get into Wonderland, and I feel like I never really celebrated that situation because it was so annoying to get into Wonderland. It took me forever to get into it, and I was so irritated, and I also just kind of assumed that I would get kicked out of Wonderland because I had so many times these past 2 years. It's been, so mentally, I think I didn't celebrate it because I thought it wasn't going to be something that stuck. And it did. Thank goodness. Even now I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't say it out loud, because what if I do get kicked out of Wonderland again? But I'm a healthy distance from it. But now I'm a better distance from it. I don't feel like I'm going to step on the scale tomorrow and see 200 pounds again. That would be weird, actually. I would have gained over 10 pounds overnight, which is possible. But okay, I'm drifting off. I'm starting to get tired, so my brain is just going everywhere, even more so than usual. What I was saying is I think 170 is going to be the first weight loss milestone that I will actually feel okay celebrating it. And I think what I want to do to celebrate it is I'm going to start doing this now. I'm going to buy some activewear clothes that are just a little bit smaller than the size that I am right now. So right now, I think what I would buy is an extra large. Should I go with a large for, I don't know. It might still be a little bit tight. Will that bum me out at 170? I don't know. I'm going to start thrifting some activewear that is in a size large. A lot of activewear is stretchy, so maybe I would be fine with a large. Maybe it would be okay. And then when I reach that goal, I'm going to put those on. Is it going to upset me if it doesn't fit though? Because I don't know what will fit at 170. I don't know. But that's kind of my idea, is to start stockpiling a few things for me to wear when I reach there. I think I'm gonna wrap up the chit chat portion of this video because I have not been able to stick to one thought for a minute, and I'm really hoping when I go back and edit all of this that I make sense, because in my brain I'm making no sense at all right now. So I will insert a video of my hair all dyed and me with my makeup on in the morning, and hopefully everything looks good and I don't have to make any extra commentary on my hair dye